Namaste. I'm Kavita Mathur from the Yoga Institute, Mumbai. Let's look at the 70-20-10 model as a basic guide to structuring learning and development programs. So working backwards, the 10% learning, even though it's the smallest ingredient, is a very essential ingredient. So 10% learning essentially comes from a classroom, from workshops, these days from online courses and webinars. 20% learning comes from, is a lot about social learning, where we learn from communities, doing collaborative work, getting feedback from your peers, getting coached by your mentors, getting a lot of help from people around you, from their experiences, learning from other people's experiences. Then the big chunk of 70% learning comes from the real world challenges, where you go on the job, you go into problem solving, you take on responsibilities, you actually work and learn through your personal experiences. So let's try and understand this model through an example of our very own Yoga Institute, which is a University of Yoga Studies. So here, 10% of the knowledge takes place in the classrooms, where we are getting theoretical and practical knowledge of the subject. And 20% learning takes place in the Yoga Institute itself, which is like a University of Yoga Studies, wherein we are learning from our peers, we're learning and getting motivated by the whole community that exists and lives here. So 70% learning at the Yoga Institute happens with living what we are learning, living the knowledge and experiencing it fully. So we get to create our own personal sadhana from whatever we are learning, and we practice it. So we check on our alignments, our coordination and all of that. Then we also get to organize satsangs, where we are given responsibilities. We land up doing a lot of problem solving. We learn to work in teams together. We're also given opportunities to work in camps with real people, given a lot of chance to do public speaking. So a lot of learning is happening on the job here, so all of this together constitutes 70-20-10% of learning. So this 70-20-10 model is a basic guide to creating a holistic learning and a balanced format of learning. However, from an individual to individual, or from one organization to another, proportions of 70-20-10 could differ. But on an average, this is the model that works beautifully. And we at the Yoga Institute follow it and are perfect examples of it. Thank you so much. Namaste.